to the Tony Bush Jewish Show, baby. And today, I'm doing an oil change. Yeah, woo, exciting. Nah, but seriously, so I put a lot of good miles on power with the new setup, and now it's time to change this mother sucking oil. So I got a nice little cruise coming up this weekend. The homie Muscle and Bullies is doing a NorCal muscle car cruise, and I want to make sure my oil's good. So I'm gonna change the oil in the motor. I'm gonna change the oil in the Procharger, and I'm gonna change the oil in the catch can, which is back there chilling in the cuts, looking all suspect and suspicious.
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
So yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and this is gonna be a two-part video. So the first part, me doing oil change, rah, and then the second part, we're gonna flip it, and then I'm gonna get some footage of the event this weekend. So stay tuned, hit them buttons, like, subscribe, share, and all that comment good stuff, and I'll see y'all in a minute. So I don't know if any of y'all ever raised up a cobra before on with jack stands and a jack, but it is not the easiest task at all, like at all. You see how low this joint is, right? And there's no way that this jack is getting under there. So what I gotta do first is I gotta raise it from the back. I gotta raise it from the back like that.
I like it like that. She working that back.
And then once I raise it from the back, I'll put the rear axles on jack stands, and then I'll put the jack in this little corner right here, and that gives me just enough room to put the jack under there and then lift that side. So it's a freaking process. So check it out. I do the hard work, y'all sit back and watch it and enjoy. All right, here we go. All right, so the back is jacked up in the air. Now I have to jack up the front, and it took me a minute to figure out how to come up with this system, but I finally did it. That's my big jack, and that's my little daddy. So what I gotta do is just take the little daddy and squeeze.
And I got the squeeze.
It right through there on the bottom of the frame, and then that gives me just enough room to jack up the front, and then I can do the oil change. So yeah, this is the stuff that people don't show you when they own Cobras. Like it's a whole nother beast, but I'm doing it. So it's almost time. It's almost oil change time. All right, here we go. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. The Cobra is now supported in the R. And what I did was I just kept that jack there just for extra security. And I got the little jack stand in the front. I got my big daddies in the back. I got oil. I got my oil. I'm using Mobile One 5W30 fully synthetic for my oil change. Yeah, baby. So now it's time to get to business. I'm gonna put my little oil catch pan at the bottom and start this oil change. Yeah, exciting, eureka! Whoa! Ooh, it's real cozy up under here. I thought y'all might want some company. You know, we can get closer and close. I don't even know if the camera can see me right now. I have no idea. But that's okay. Come on, oil change. That thing was on there tighter than butt cheeks. Woo! Ooh, and I've seen some tight cheeks. All right, now let's see how much oil is in here. All right, so check this out, y'all. The oil is draining right now. Boom. And I'm what you call a flat rate technician. All right, I like to get multiple things done at one time. All right. So while the oil was draining, I want to drain my Procharger fluid too. All right. And I don't know if I'll be able to get it on camera, but reach, baby. So I'm gonna zoom in. So right there is the drain for the Procharger fluid. So I'm gonna drain that at the same time. Yes, once again, I am running an AC compressor without air conditioning on my Cobra. And if you wanna know why, go a couple videos back and see why I'm had to run an AC compressor on a permanent convertible that don't need air conditioning. So I'm gonna get my tools out so that I can start draining the Procharger fluid. Okay, on second thought, it's already done. It's already done before I can even start the Procharger drain. So I'm just gonna go ahead, tighten this bridge back down, and then move on to doing the Procharger fluid change. All right. Hey, man, where the heck is my, where my ratchet go? I'm looking for my ratchet.
I do it for the ratchets.
Anybody see my ratchet? It gotta be somewhere under here. Couldn't have went too far. Okay, so now I need to change the oil filter, and I normally use a AC Delco. Check it out. That's the one I normally use, the AC Delco PF48E. But when I went to the store, all they didn't have it. So they had their equivalent of it, which is a Wix 760 gold filter or gold member. Some of y'all know about them gold members, don't you? But anyways, kid-friendly show. So I know a lot of you probably know this, but in case some of you don't, you always want to try to top off your oil filter with oil before you install it, right? And that's always a good idea because you don't want the motor to suck up just empty air when you first start it. I mean, eventually the oil builds up and you're cool, right? But just to take a precaution, you know, fill it up. That way when you fire the engine up, you got oil in the filter and you're not running it dry. Ooh, I'm making a mess. Ooh, yeah. So they like it when I make a mess. So I'm gonna do that. I shouldn't, once again, I need to be wearing my glove, but it's good. So I'm just gonna swoosh around this. You know, we don't want an oil ring to be dry. Again, this helps, you know, the process of removing it. And you don't want a dry seal going on too, because it might not seal right. You know, it can dry eventually and start cracking, and then you got a leak from your oil filter. So I'm gonna take that bad boy and swap that out. I'm gonna take my gold member and install it, and then we can move on to the Procharger. Okay, so now I'm moving on to the Procharger oil exchange. So this is the fill here, and then the drain is at the bottom. They recommend you change the Procharger fluid every time you do an oil change as a rule of thumb. So I already cracked this loose, and then so all I have to do is just unscrew this here, and then the fluid, see, there it is, and the fluid just comes out. Now I have a little bit of room on my setup to get to that. Now see, some people don't have that luxury. You got, like, my engine compartment space is tight, but I know some of y'all spaces is super tight. So what you would do is, from the very beginning, when you're installing your Procharger, install this drain line and just keep it tucked, because it's a remote line that'll allow you to loosen, to drain the fluid from here, rather than like trying to reach your fingers all the way through the bottom if you don't have the clearance. So I measured mine out, and luckily I didn't need to install this. So so now what I'm gonna do is check it, and it looks like that's it. All right, it's all out now. So now it's time to fill it and then go from there. All right, now it's fill time. So this is your fill. This your fill hole. This your fill hole. Yeah, this where you feel it, baby. This where it start feeling real good. Right. Yeah. That's your feel. Ooh, yeah, you feel it. So this is where you fill your fluid for your Procharger. Just take this, and this is actually your dipstick, and then there's a little O-ring too. So I'm just gonna take that out, right? And then it's cool because they give you this little bottle, and it has the ounces on here. It has the ounces on here in this bottle, and this fill bottle also tells you how many ounces it is. It's somewhere on there. Oh, we'll worry about that later. Oh, it's right there. 6 ounces. So you're just gonna pour this whole 6-ounce bottle in there. And looks like I have a little clearance issue. So let me figure this out on how I'm gonna do this, and then I'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, look at my new contraption. It's all wiggly and squealy. I couldn't get the right angle to fill the Procharger with the bottle. I needed to get an angle on it. So mama didn't raise no quitters. Mama ain't raised no quitters. All right. So if it don't work, modify. That's today's phrase. So so I had some tube laying around, and then a little fitting right here, and this should work perfectly. Now, unfortunately, I can't hold the camera and do this at the same time, so I'm just going to fill it and I'll be back. All right, so that actually, I can do this with one hand. The little black fitting that was on there, it was spilling, so I was actually able to just sneak this tube like directly inside the fill hole. So look, squeeze. Once again, a little more of that squeeze. So there we go, filling it up. And the Procharger only needs 1 6-ounce bottle. I don't know why that's such a tongue twister. But yeah, so we're gonna fill it. And then that'll be it. Okay guys, so now the fluid for the Procharger is filled up. Only thing left to do now is fill the engine oil, fill up this engine oil, and then let her down. And we'll be done. All right. Ooh, that's a big old funnel. That's a huge funnel. Yeah, girl, let me buy you a drink. You know what? You know what? Let me buy you another drink. Yeah. We're taking shots. What you like? Don, Julian? Oh, you a Hennessy type of girl. Oh, okay. All right. Well, here, go and get that Hennessy. Go and get that hen dog, girl. Drink up, baby. Drink up. Okay, so oil change is done. The Procharger oil change is done. Only thing I got left is the catch can, drain the catch can, which I'll probably do an in-depth video on Tony Talk Tip. Dang it. I'll do that on a Tony's Tech Talk. Oh, shoot. I'll do that on a Tony's Tech Tip Tuesday. So I'm going to go ahead and drain that and then lower it back down. And then I'll see y'all on part 2 of this episode, part 1, the remix, the DJ Khaled, the Puff Daddy. You know what I'm talking about. So flip it and I'll see y'all on the part 2.